Hey everybody, welcome back to Ireland. We are in Shannon, and we're going to be flying northwest up to Inishmaan, which is actually on an island off the west coast of Ireland. So it should be pretty good. Winds are light out of the west, so we're going to be taking off on runway 24 and then heading to the northwest. It's not that far, I think only about 30 miles, 30 or 40 miles, so we should get there fairly quickly on this hop. So let's jump in and we will get ready to go. All right. So we're on board. Let me just get set up here with Track IR. Okie doke. So first thing we're going to do is put on the power.
System test. Okay.
Good to hear. Computer, good to hear. All right. You can stop banging away at me. Alright, so fuel is on both and fuel is on. Let's get the wheel out of the way on this side. We don't need it. So we're going to put the beacon light on. There we go. And we should be good. Mixture's fully in. A little bit of throttle. Fuel pump on. Fuel pump off, and she should start up. Parking brake is set. Let's see what happens. And we're up and running. Excellent. So we'll get the other electronics on. Now we're going to get rid of you. I'm going to set this up the way I like it. We're going to go with the Wind 3 option. No, Wind 3 option. And the CDI will be that's our course to where we gotta go. Transponder should be 1200 or 7000, the generic over here. Don't remember, so I'm going to go 1200, which is a generic in North America. And that's on standby. That is fine. Get rid of the alerts. Okay. So you can see it's a pretty simple. We're going to take off down this way, loop around, intercept our course, and head over. And it is not far. We should be able to. Yeah, there it is there, and there's our destination on the island right out there. Should get a good view of it as we leave, as the weather is pretty good. So let's zoom in a little bit there. Alright, so the engine's warming up. Temperatures and pressures are coming up. Not running any ATC today. So everything should be good. There we go. All right. So put our nav lights on. Our taxi light is on. That's all set. We're going to cruise at, well, we'll set an altitude of 2,500 or 3,000 to start. So, or 4,000, no, yeah, let's go 3,000 to start, and we'll go from there. So, I don't need you. We're just going to ignore the fact that he is actually there. And let me just get a better setup here. There we go. Stop. There we go. It's acting a little squirrely. Alright, parking brake coming off. And let's taxi around. So it's been a little bit since I flew here in Ireland. Yeah, we're gonna... Oop, I don't know why I did that. Come around this way. head. I love how they parked this guy right here at the entranceway into the G8 ramp. Anyway, there's the commercial ramp for Shannon. We're going to come out here, and then we're going to take this taxiway to our left, and that's going to take us all the way down to the runway we want. A little bit more throttle. And the RPM's up around 1,000. So with the coming of the new year, my virtual airline has released some new tours, which we're going to be doing. Already going to be starting to record one in the next week or so, which should be pretty cool. We're still going to be doing the small aircraft as well. We're going to finish Ireland. And this is, I've still got, several legs to go, but we're going to finish Ireland, and we're going to continue on the British theme, and we are going to move up to Scotland for the next one. And I'm thinking for that one, I'm going to use the PA-44, the Piper twin engine, being a purchased aircraft from Carinetto. I want to get my money's worth, obviously, so we're going to use that airplane as we fly around Scotland and visit all the unique little airports. Alright, so we're doing good. We got a little ways to go. But I hope you're enjoying Flight Sim as well. It's getting better and better with each upgrade. It's kind of like you get 3 steps forward and take 1 back, and you got to fix all the bugs and things that are the things that have been broken and have to be corrected, and then they do another update, and they release, you take a couple steps forward and then another 1 back, and you got to fix stuff, but it's slowly getting there. We now have snow on the ground, so if up right now, and I'm recording this in early January, if you head up northern countries, northern Canada, Norway and stuff, there's snow on the ground, which is pretty cool. Gives you that nice change. Coming this year apparently as well at some point, although I don't know when, are going to be seasons, so we should see the trees changing colors, and in the fall, in the northern latitudes, we should get all the colors and stuff. That would be fantastic. Really add something, especially if you're coming in from, say, down south, and then you come in and it's either all snowy and stuff, or it's in the fall and you come in and the trees are all changing colors. That would be very, very cool. What else is coming up? At the end of January, so in a couple weeks from when I'm recording this, is the Europe update. So they're going to be doing the same thing they did with America and Japan, although America still, apparently they're going to do a couple more to finish it off. But the UK should be getting a good terrain overhaul, should be getting a few more custom airports, or handcrafted airports from Asobo, and a whole slew of what do they call them, points of interest or landmarks that you can go visit. So that's coming up as well. So that's something to look forward to at the end of the month. Along with the big one I'm waiting for really is the Aerosoft release of their CRJ 700 and 800. That is going to be a lot of fun. My virtual airline does fly them in Europe, so we'll be using that, so it should be a pretty nice airplane, and being third party and all the systems working on it, including all the navigation stuff, which is sorely missing at the moment. That will be pretty fantastic. So we do have AI traffic on, but no air traffic control. I'm not going to bother with them. Alright, we'll come to a stop. So we'll get ready to go. So taxi light comes off, landing light goes on, strobe light goes on. We'll go 1 notch down on the flaps. Alright, we're pretty well set. There's no aircraft inbound. move out, take position here on the runway. Is trim to takeoff? Yep, trim is to take off. So it's been a while since I've flown the 172. Let's see how badly I do. Just get out to the middle here. These airports are a lot bigger when you're taxiing something small like this instead of the Airbus. All right. Here we go. Full power. Airspeed's alive, keeping her more or less on the center line. Trying to read the heading setting or the speed settings, 55, 60 knots, start pulling back, and we are up. So we're going to maintain runway heading till 400 feet, at which point we will add in the, or take up the flaps. And at 500 feet, we'll start making our turnaround to intercept. Alright, so flaps going up. Retrimming. So putting the flaps up takes away lift, so you're gonna it's gonna want to nose down a little bit. So there's 500 feet. So we're gonna make our turn to intercept. Beautiful sun shining through. Now I tried loading live weather, but it didn't take. So I'm using the few clouds preset for this flight. Which is fine, it gives us some nice clouds, and we're here to see the countryside anyway, so it's all good. So you want to basically be heading north, and then we'll get the autopilot on, and we'll intercept our heading. Now they have been doing fixes for all of this stuff, so it should be working. So there's north. Alright, so we're going to go indicated air, or autopilot, indicated airspeed. And nav mode. Did IAS go on? Do I have an IAS? I don't know if I've got an IAS on this. We'll go with a vertical speed, and I will, sorry, indicated airspeed of, what are we doing? What indicated airspeed of 80 knots? No, don't have it. So we'll go with a vertical speed of 500 feet per minute. That'll keep us reasonably quick. And it's looking very nice. Let me just make an adjustment here to my track IR. There we go, that's a little bit better. You can see further around. So we're on course now, we're coming up to 3,000 feet. Beautiful Western Ireland. You gotta get over here one day, rent a car, and spend a few weeks just driving around the south, the Republic of Ireland. Absolutely gorgeous. Shared Celtic roots with, or Gaelic roots with Scotland. looking good on everything. So there's only one runway at our destination. And it is... Let me just take a look. It is almost a north-south. So it's 1533. So we're going to be landing on 33. And it is, how long is it? Oh, it's short. 1,700 feet, so... I mean, we can do it in this plane, that's not a problem. It's not a big one. It might even be a non-paved, so a grass strip or something. Anyway, well, I'll leave you to enjoy the flight, and I'll pick up with you once we're out over the water coming up to the island. Coming up for our destination. That's the western coast of Ireland before us, and you can see the islands there. There's 3 of them. The airport we want is on the second island. It's got an elevation of like 15 feet, so we're going to go down to 1,000. We're going to overfly and do a left-hand pattern to come into it. So we will at 1,000 feet, and when we hit the coast we'll start downwards. Got a good speed going here, although I should probably back off a little bit. There we go. We could probably do a straight in, looking at the way we're facing, because it is 3-3. Yeah, why don't we do that? I mean, it's not something that we do in Canada. I know they do it in the States, straight in approaches. So we'll come back on with the seeing flashing islands on our lights on the first island. I'm not sure why. That's not where we're going. I think I can make out the airport on the second island. All right, so let's start down. So we're going to go to a vertical descent speed of -500. We will come back on the throttle a bit, not that much. We'll go to about 1,500. Do wish I had my throttles. And when we're a few miles out, we still got a little bit to go. We're about what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 miles out right now. As we approach the other island, we'll take over and bring her down. I mean, yeah, those cliffs could use some work, but come on. A gorgeous countryside. How can you not love it? It's a gorgeous sim, and I've said before, and I said at the beginning, it's going to take a little bit of time, but this is like a 10-year project. Oh, that's another airport there. EINN. Oh, we're not going to that one. It's a 10-year project, and we're only 5 months in. And like I said, it's getting better and better. So, you know, in a year or two, this is going to be absolutely awesome. Everything should be working. There should be additional aircraft in. The flow of airports and scenery, and the modding community, with the free stuff you can get. Shannon Airport there, it was a free mod to make it look better. I don't know if you remember what it looked like when we landed there. And that was just to improve it. Buildings, taxiways, and everything. The terrain had humps and bumps, and it smoothed it out. It was great. All right, so I'm going to just take over here. Yeah, that's fine. And we're just going to kind of start getting lined up. So we're going to edge off a little bit. Keep our descent going, that's fine. Okay, I don't need you dinging away at me. It's going to do it anyway. We're trimmed for the descent, so that's fine. It's looking like there's pappy lights. So we'll get her down to 1,000 feet, and then we'll be good to come in. So for the longer flights, I hope you guys are joining me on the weekends when we do our live stream. It is a lot of fun, and we're either running VATSIM or IVEO, depending if I'm in North America or Europe. I try to do IVEO in Europe because it seems to have more coverage there. VATSIM seems to have more coverage in the US. It is a lot of fun. It can be hectic. If anyone watched our New Year's Day special where we went to Orlando, Florida, from Toronto, the Orlando approach controller had to leave. Sounded like he had a little bit of an emergency and dumped us all back on, or the Orlando approach dumped us all back on Jacksonville Center, and holy cow, was there confusion. It was a little bit nuts. But it sure, it does tell you got to learn how to fly the airplane so that you can deal with stuff like that when the unexpected comes up. Alright, so we're going to 1,000 feet here. I'll get the little trim as we come in. And there's the airport dead ahead of us. Not sure what the second island's name is. I don't think there's really any towns on it. But there's a little town on the first one. There's a little town on the second one, or the third one. Doesn't seem to be a town here on the first one. All right, so we're getting there where we want to be. So I'm going to power back. We'll get her slowed down. I'll try to get down to about 1,500. That area. Alright, speed's coming back. As soon as we hit 80 knots, there we go. Flaps 1. Yeah, now we're high. That's fine. Trim it to 65. Alright. There's flaps 2. So we'll see what speed we're settling in at here. 65, okay. Yeah, we're way high. So we're gonna go with the rarely used flaps 3 approach. I'll try to get this bring the speed up a little bit, but we'll try to get her back to the glide slope, or glide slope, approach path.
500.
Here we go. I think we're coming in now, so we can start easing her back. There we go. Speed's coming down. I got one white, one red. I think those are Vasi lights, not Pappy lights. Okay, so it's saying we're a little low. I'm aiming for the end of the runway. I don't want her to float. Oh, she might do it anyway. Gonna be low. A little bit of power. It's called dragging it across. Alright, power's off. Ease her back. Hold it. Slight porpoise there, but not too bad. We'll head over there to the clubhouse. I guess it's a clubhouse. It's like the only building here. Clubhouse, terminal. Alright, so we can put our taxi light on landing, and strobe lights will come off. Flaps are up. It's going to want us to come around this way. Buddy, I'm not too comfortable actually driving into you with this thing, but and there we go. That's the parking brake is engaged. So throttle's at idle, mixture comes off. Master's off, all switches are off, avionics, go away, are off. Well, there we are. Welcome to the island here off the west coast of Ireland. The town, or the airport name, is Inishmaan. I don't know if that's the island name or what they call this little place here, but it looks like there's a few farms. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.